This morning, my wife shared a story with me, something that many of you will relate to because it happens every single day. Now, she had gone out to the market, and while on the bus, the driver had stopped to pick up another passenger. The passenger in question was begging for 300 naira for the fare, and the driver was insisting on 400 naira. Another passenger in the vehicle now offered to help and said, I will pay the difference. I'll pay the additional 100 naira on top of her fare. Allow her to enter. And then the woman entered. Now, the passenger in question who was to pay stopped along the journey and then paid not only her fare, but the complete fare of that other woman in the presence of every other passenger in that vehicle. And that person alighted and left. All the other passengers were in the vehicle. That vehicle went to the destination, the last bus stop, where every single passenger was to disembark. And the driver asked the woman to pay her fare. And then other passengers now protested that, Haba, that lady that alighted has already paid. The woman herself said, someone has already paid for me, and the driver was becoming violent and demanding the payment from this particular woman that she must pay. Now, my wife attempted to intervene, and the driver nearly was trying to get physically abusive to her. And he was saying things like, another person matter, you want put mouth. And so my wife had to walk away. Now, the Bible says in Isaiah 58 verse 9 to 10 that if you remove from your midst the yoke of oppression, the accusing finger and wicked words, if you share your food with the hungry and give relief to the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness and your darkest hour will be like midday. What does this promise? It says that if you remove from your midst the yoke of oppression, it means that not only you are not oppressing anybody, so you are okay. No, it's not enough to be a person that does not oppress. You have to remove oppression from your midst. It means that if you see oppression, you have to speak up. You don't just see it and say, as far as say no be me they do am, you walk away. No, you speak against it. You remove it from your midst. That's what that thing says. And it says there's a promise that if you do all of this, your light will rise in darkness. Your darkest hour will be like midday. See, let me tell you, in this life, some people are the architect of their own misfortune. You will see some people suffering and you'll be feeling so sorry for them, but they are the reason why they are going through that difficulty. Because they are not people who love oppression. Because if we read this thing in inverse, it can also read like this, that if you accept in your midst the yoke of oppression, the accusing finger and wicked words, if you do not share your food with the hungry, if you do not give relief to the oppressed, then your darkness will, this one says your light will rise in darkness. So it will read something inversely will be your darkness, even in light, where there is light, you will be in darkness. And your brightest hour will be like midnight. That is reading this verse in inverse. So if you read it that if you do all this, you get all this, that means if you don't do all this, you get the opposite. Now, let me say something. There are some people who are put as stewards of other people's generosity. For example, you run an NGO now. Somebody came and said, I want to pay for 5 children, give them scholarship to university level, and they give the money. It is now your responsibility as a steward to apportion that money. So maybe you create a system to select the people who will qualify for that scholarship and ensure that they get the payment for that their payment for scholarship until they reach that particular level, because the money has already been allocated and given to you as a steward. See, nobody is there. That money was given to you in trust, and if you are a person of integrity, you now have to sit down and ensure that it is properly allocated to the purpose for which it was given. And the person who is being generous through you, their benevolence can reach the target audience. But this particular one, you were giving something for someone else in the presence of others, and yet even at that, even though in the presence of many witnesses, you are willing to deny the person the generosity that was given. How wicked can you be? You excuse it. You think that, okay, because you are not in a position or in an office, that it is okay to do wickedness because it is a small amount of money that is concerned. If you enter into a position where you are to be a steward for generosity that people cannot even see when the resources are being provided, you will do worse. And you think the leaders are the issues when you are sitting down as a bus driver and you cannot even, in the presence of other people, they gave you something that is meant for someone else and you deny that person, you oppress that person, and you want to fight everybody that is speaking for justice. And many people do these things and then they wonder why they are not moving forward in life. They are working so hard but you are not making any progress. See, in this life you can be the architect of your own misfortune. You will be the reason why the very, when you say the weapon fashioned against you, you are the very weapon fashioned against yourself. So I want to admonish you, if you see injustice, don't just say I'm not doing it so therefore it doesn't concern me. Speak up. Speak up. Don't just walk away. Speak up. Even if you speak up and the injustice is still being done, it will be on record that you did not see it and walk away. You spoke. Do not allow oppression in your midst. Remove oppression from your midst. Remove it. Don't just walk away from it. I know they do am. It no concern me. These people wicked o. If only person for talk to them. You will be that person. Because if you are not the light, then what are you? There's darkness everywhere. You have to stand as light. It says that your light will rise in darkness and your darkest hour will be like midday. You see people prospering in the midst of difficulty. It can just be because of simple principles like this, that you do not walk away from injustice, that you do not stand for or tolerate wickedness, that you share your food with the hungry, that you give relief to the oppressed, that you will not see such a thing happening and walk away, that you are in an office where resources have been allocated and provided for, and the people for whom the resources have been provided, you ensure it gets to them, that you do not allow one official to use his office to pack the resources for his own benefit and allow people to starve, that you stand for justice. That can just be the mere reason why God will say, this daughter of mine, this son of mine, and you will just see doors will open, fall open wherever you walk. Favors will just follow you, goodness and mercy following you all the days of your life. And people begin to wonder, why is it so special? What is she even doing? You are honoring biblical principles. Stand for justice wherever you go. And wherever you see injustice, speak against it. Don't practice it. Don't stand for it. Don't condone it. Remove it from your midst. God bless you.